LEGO has a long and glorious history with animals. In the last 90 years, they've given us hundreds of companions to accompany minifigures on their adventures, but sometimes producing a whole new animal for a single set just isn't worth the trouble, and so LEGO does what they do best: design it out of bricks. Although many of these designs are usually pretty good, there have been some less than great animal builds. Today I'll be going over some of LEGO's most hilarious animal design fails, as well as a few examples of when they've managed to get it right. LEGO is no stranger to bears. The very first LEGO bear figure we got was all the way back in 2000 with this polar bear, and since then LEGO has released a few different versions. This is why it was so surprising that when Vacation Getaways came out in 2016, it featured whatever this is supposed to be. I mean, it's obviously a bear and it does scale well with the rest of the LEGO set, but it almost looks like it has a dark brown turtle shell for a back. Don't get me wrong, I actually do like the round eye tiles and creativity of this bear build, but something about it just seems off. This bear just looks so derpy. Maybe that's why this minifigure isn't afraid of standing super close. Now, you may be asking why LEGO didn't just include a molded bear figure in the set. It might seem like a strange choice, but the fact is that in many LEGO creator sets, LEGO rarely features molded animal pieces, since creator sets are meant to inspire creativity. And plus, this was actually a 3-in-1 set, and so these kinds of animal sub-builds are also a great way to up the piece count and provide some parts for the alternate builds. Just check out this dog from the Treehouse set. It's super minimal, but it actually works here. Or my favorite, whatever this is, from the Cozy House set. I think it's a squirrel, or maybe a cat? I don't know exactly, let me know what you think in the comments. Now, LEGO's animal design fails haven't been limited to just sub-builds though. Sometimes it's an entire set that's just a mess. Take a look at this build from 2007. The monkey LEGO build is just awful, there's no way around it. But what's really interesting is that it's actually the best of the 3 builds in this set. The other options appear to be a turkey and some sort of dinosaur lizard slug thing. I don't really know. Honestly, these are just kind of embarrassing to look at today, especially when you consider that LEGO has put out a much better 3-in-1 creator set with a monkey since then. However, even this terrible monkey build is actually a step up over LEGO's previous attempts at certain animals. This long neck dino, yes, that's the actual name for this set, was particularly strange when you realize that sets like this Brachiosaurus had been on the market for years already. The long neck polybag was just 33 pieces, most of which were gray. Truly a boring build. The same designer line though gave us a few other, well, let's say memorable builds. This fish build is truly cursed with a massive underbite and very disturbing eyes. But easily the worst design from the creator line is the spider set. There's just so much wrong with this set that it's impressive that they managed to make so many mistakes with just 32 pieces. First off, spiders don't have a tenny, so I have no idea what those lever pieces up front are supposed to be. The mouth looks okay, but could use some fangs. However, the largest problem with this build is hopefully something you've spotted by now. Someone please tell me why LEGO decided to give this spider only 6 legs. Just look at it, that's no spider. Spiders have 8 legs. Are the tiny antenna pieces meant to be a weak attempt at adding 2 more legs? I have no clue. This set is a disaster, but let's keep moving. Growing up, Toys R Us was one of the greatest places in the world, and their selection of LEGO bricks was what dreams were made of. Except for one. This thing was truly the stuff of nightmares. The Jeffrey set was released in 2013 as a giveaway for LEGO purchases at Toys R Us, and really could have benefited from another round of design changes. While the idea of making a set of the iconic mascot isn't a bad one, choosing to only include his disembodied head was definitely a strange decision. This thing just sat on your shelf smiling and staring, watching and judging. Yeah, let's move on. A less terrifying animal build is this set from 2015. Believe it or not, that's a kangaroo. Honestly, it looks like it could just be about anything, and I probably would have assumed it was a squirrel if not for the removable Joey in the front pouch, which gives it away. This little guy, though, is just 3 LEGO bricks, and without context, it just kinda looks like some random pieces. All these sets, though, as bad as they were, at least made it to market. Sometimes, though, a set is just deemed too lousy to even hit the shelves. This was the case with the set simply called B. With just 23 pieces, at least this set is clearly a B, but it's, for lack of a better word, just bad. The wings, the face, the stinger, it's all just not a good design. Thankfully, LEGO realized this though, and the set was never actually produced. Now, as I mentioned earlier, lots of the 3-in-1 LEGO sets contain multiple different animal builds, and the quality between different builds in the same set can vary pretty widely. Nowhere is this more apparent than in the Fierce Flyer set. The main build for this set, the Eagle, is actually really good, and the Scorpion, while a bit minimal, at least has the right number of legs. But the third build is what stands out. The fact that the other two builds go for a slightly more menacing look, combined with the name of the set, makes the beaver definitely stick out amongst the bunch. However, of all the animals we've gotten though, there's one that LEGO just keeps coming back to over and over again: the parrot. Since 2005, LEGO has released 7 unique parrot sets, with 5 of them simply named Parrot, and the results have gradually progressed. Starting with the very first, it's 2005's Parrot from the previously mentioned designer series. Like the Little Fish and Spider sets, this was right around 30 pieces, and it's just pretty bad. In fact, this creature could almost pass as being a chicken. As ugly as it was, this was the only official parrot set you could buy for 5 whole years. But then in 2010, LEGO released a new parrot, set 30021, under the then new Creator theme. With 48 pieces, this was a bit larger, but most importantly, had the right colors. This was followed up again though 5 years later in 2015 with a promotional polybag called, you guessed it, Parrot. This was again larger than the last with 55 pieces and finally gave us a parrot with posable wings. Now 2016 saw the LEGO team take a step backward with another polybag release, yet again called Parrot, which is basically just a worse version of the year prior's. In 2021 we got another parrot set. This was a little more than just an updated version of the 2016 model, but it was an improvement. In 2022 though, LEGO finally made a change to their naming conventions and released the Tropical Parrot as another 3-in-1 set. This was actually pretty good overall, with all the right colors, some nice detail, and posable wings and tail feathers. Lastly though, in 2023 we got one more entry to the Parrot saga with the 3-in-1 Exotic Parrot. This is actually a fantastic build. It looks like LEGO finally mastered the brick-built parrot. The other builds from this set are pretty okay too. I especially like the use of leaves as the frog's feet. Now granted, LEGO is without a doubt very good at designing sets, and for every hilarious fail they've put out, we've gotten several well-made builds that are worth talking about. One animal that LEGO has done twice, and well, both times, is the panda. In both 2011 and 2013, we got sets simply named Panda, and they're both really cute entries. Now, 2015 saw the release of the Rainforest Animal set, which really had a great chameleon, fish, frog, an adorable fly, and another parrot. Really, LEGO? Well, at least it's a good one, and the set's name was a bit more creative. But the animal that LEGO might be the best at is man's best friend, the dog. It shouldn't come to any surprise that LEGO has released hundreds of dogs over the years, as figures, sub-builds, and entire sets. While a few, like this space dog from a 2015 build event, are certainly underwhelming at best, LEGO still has a pretty good track record with our favorite furry friends. Just check out the Downtown Noodle Shop for a great example of doing more with less. With only about a dozen LEGO bricks, the designers still managed to make this very clearly a dog, and it even looks like a poodle. But the best small dog that LEGO has designed has got to be the one from the Monster Burger Truck set from 2020. It's just an absolutely perfect design. Really, no notes. A+. Scaling up though, LEGO has had just as much success with larger dogs. The German Shepherd is a quality build with a well-designed, highly posable figure. Looking at the packaging, it's obvious that the little guy came with a frisbee to play with, but the LEGO art team really should have thought about the promotional pictures just a bit more. The set's main image simply shows the frisbee, which is just a round plate, on the ground, while the dog looks at it in excitement. This image though, without the box art, made it look like the dog had just puked on the floor and couldn't wait to show it off. Easily though, the most ambitious animal set that LEGO has released might be the Adorable Dogs Creator set. As the name implies, this box comes with everything you need to build 7 different instantly recognizable dog breeds, along with toys, food, and even a leash. Each of these builds is incredible in its own right and is sure to please any dog lover. But my personal favorite LEGO dog might just be my favorite LEGO animal set ever released. The Park Animals set has a cute owl and a great looking squirrel, but the real star of the show is the main build of a duck and dog. If you made it this far, you'll also really enjoy this video, so click to check it out and don't forget to subscribe for more LEGO videos.